Hello everyone, Treecks here and welcome back to Puzzle University special classes within Pokémon Puzzle League. This is going to be the third part of that, second full part, and in the general project part number 15. So, those were my messages beforehand. Let's get started. We need to continue with class number 2 in the special classes. Some of these puzzles are actually surprisingly easy for this late in the game. And some of the puzzles actually look relatively easy, but are actually not. This is another example of one of those. This one is actually trying to trick you. And if you count correctly, you will see there's actually 6 of each color of blocks. And therefore making it relatively hard to see what you need to do. In this case, I think we just need to line out the puzzle like this. And then trigger it down here. And that was number 13. Let's move on.
Very impressive.
6 red, 5 blue. So working with the blue is going to be the key. Remember, that's always how it works whenever you have 4 or 5 of the same number of blocks. Let's go see how we can actually work with these blue ones. Either a T shape, an L shape, or a plus shape. That's usually what you're going for. Especially since they're not lined out vertically, so going for a vertical line is not an option. But I think I need to work with this bottom blue block most of all. Multiple things we can do with it. If we try to go for a plus shape, I don't think that's an option. Moving it to the left. That way... Yeah, this is nothing, of course. No, wait. Upside down L. I need to move it like this. Yeah.
Almost there.
Usually whenever I try to look for L shapes in puzzles, I always try to look for the ones that are actually straight up, you might say. Upside down L shapes is usually what I don't think of at first, so... Took a while before I actually saw that one.
Almost there.
Okay, that was easy. I thought, no way it's going to be that easy, but apparently it is.
Yeah.
Okay, that was puzzle 15 quickly. Oh yeah, this one. This one was really easy.
Almost
awesome little
there.
time lag puzzle. Just like that. Alright, we're moving
Great job.
quite a pace right now. Let's try to keep that up. Well, we just learned how upside down L's work.
Almost there.
Interesting.
Yes, keep it up.
Okay, indeed, let's keep it up. Let's keep this pace up. Of solving all of these puzzles immediately. This one is also only 2 moves, and therefore can't be too difficult. One thing not in alignment,
Almost there.
and one thing a trigger. Indeed. Fanfare. Ah, the boring basic fanfare is no fun.
Very impressive.
I want the action puzzles, dang it. Let's see if we can actually reach them today. If we keep on moving with this pace, we should be able to reach that. But this one looks a little bit less familiar, I must admit, so... no. Clearly not that. The light blue and green blocks do look inviting in the middle over here. But the rest is not aligned, so trying to go for a 6 combo here is not going to be it, I think. In that case, let's try to go for a chain with these 2. Red over here, so we can use the blue block for a trigger. Yeah, this looks like something that's going to get cleared. The way the green and light blue blocks were positioned, that had to be the trigger of the puzzle. Just a matter of finding out how exactly to trigger it. Also not that difficult to find out. Let's see what happens if I do
Almost
this.
there.
Not enough.
Almost there.
No. The 2 yellow blocks to the right all the way. Those actually look interesting in this.
Almost there.
Can't use them like this. But how do I want to use them?
There.
They're positioned all the way to the right, so there has to be a 3rd yellow block that actually has to move to the right at some point. The question is, how? Because the rest of the puzzle looks interesting, but these 2 blocks over here, I think, are going to be the key to what the solution is. If I place a yellow block over here, I actually can't touch it anymore.
Almost there.
But this is also not an option, so... Perhaps I can trigger like this. Yeah, I can. However, I just need to make sure it goes to the right instead. That is it indeed. Thank you. Should have remembered that in all honesty.
Yes.
Apparently I deemed it unnecessary to remember this, because during practicing I apparently found it a lot sooner, so it did not stick around in my short-term memory.
Almost there.
Oh, wait. This is not correct. I thought it was. An extra move is required beforehand, I think. It's pretty obvious we need to create an L shape with the light blue blocks.
Almost
Like this.
There.
Yeah. Was not so difficult to find out for a second time. Remember, if it does not work at
Great
first,
job.
just try to create an L shape the other way. It usually ends up being the solution. But we're not working with L shapes now. All of these blocks have 3 of them. And therefore, this one's way too easy. Puzzles that exclusively make use of sets of 3 are way too easy. And that always has to end up as a chain.
Yes, keep it up.
And therefore can't really be called challenging. Ah, symmetry puzzles again. Always love those.
Almost there.
I was just saying how puzzles with sets of 3 are always way too easy. Once again, same deal with symmetry puzzles. Are also
Very
way
nice.
too easy. So, let's move on to 24. Semi-tower puzzle. I see a set of yellow blocks lined out horizontally on the 2nd row. Let's see, red is aligned right now. Everything else is not. Yeah, this won't work. There's also 4 dark blue blocks, so it's actually tripping me up right now. This way I can't really
Almost there.
do anything. This is not it. This... Nope. Yeah, getting these dark blue blocks vertically, I think, is what I need to do. I can remember that. But in such a way that the other blocks actually also line out. Perhaps. Yeah, can't really work with the light blue blocks this way. Red needs to be lined out like this, that I'm pretty sure of. And then light blue can be lined out with the trigger.
Almost
Yeah, of
there.
course. I did remember I actually needed to line out the dark blue blocks vertically in this case, being part of the trigger.
That's great.
That was my ticket towards the solution. Start counting. 3 of each. You know what I just said? Those are the easiest ones. Just a matter of finding out how to trigger and how to line out. Can't be too difficult. There's usually not a whole lot of things you can do. Yeah, this is it. Second try. Next one, please. Oh yeah, this one. This is another clear example of a puzzle that gets really confusing because of a lot of the blocks being in the same color. However, the solution was not really that difficult to find. There's a lot of possible triggers here, as you can see. There's a 6 combo here, for instance. But what we need to do is not trigger the 6 combo, but actually doing it like this. Really difficult to see, in all honesty. Took me near half an hour yesterday in order to find out.
Great job.
And therefore I made sure I remembered for today. Apparently at the dispense of other puzzles, which I apparently forgot about in my short-term memory. There's a clear trigger over here.
Almost there.
And over here.
Almost there.
Oh, poor me. Now it's pretty obvious what you need to do here. Use these purple blocks in order to get a tail on this L shape, and therefore create a double L shape.
Almost there.
In all honesty, pretty elementary. Okay, I'm just going to start quoting Sherlock Holmes now, apparently.
Yes, keep it up.
Do I need to start playing detective games now? Well, I don't have any on the N64 era, so that might take a while.
Almost there.
Speaking of being a detective, let's go find ourselves a solution. And this is a very big puzzle. And where the trigger is... Now let's first start lining out everything. I don't think this is actually a lining out. This looks more promising.
Almost
This
there.
does not.
Almost there.
No. Too much garbage remaining. This also doesn't work.
Almost there.
Dark blue blocks. That is clearly what we need to work with in order to line everything out. But how? Can't really throw out the dark blue blocks over here because both of them will trigger the yellow blocks over here. Those actually are not part of the alignment. Yeah, I really don't see this one. What am I missing here? Every single thing I've tried with the dark blue blocks does not work. So I'm getting more and more convinced I need to work with yellow blocks instead. I can throw a couple down here, so I can create an upside down L shape.
Almost there.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is it. I've been trying to work with dark blue block for more than 6 minutes, and I start throwing Xbox
Very
controllers now,
impressive.
apparently. I'll pick it up in a minute. What a waste of time. I start throwing the yellow blocks for the first time and immediately I find a solution.
Almost there.
This one's way easier because this one I actually remember.
Almost there.
Apparently I don't. Yeah, this is things I tried out yesterday as well. That's what I'm remembering. Oh. Stupid Xbox controller. And this is what I need to do. And if we're busy doing that, this is actually also something I tried yesterday. That's the downside of actually practicing puzzles beforehand. You actually get a couple of wrong ones while practicing as well, and those you also tend to remember. Not quite what I need to do, obviously. And this one is actually pretty interesting. I really loved this one yesterday. Normally you would say, these are actually lined up in order to try to create a 9. That is pretty obvious, but you'll soon find out that indeed does not work. And you also don't get 5 moves for nothing. So creating a 9 over here might indeed be the solution. Obviously not like that. But creating 9 here is actually really difficult because we need to switch everything around. The left side actually has to fall last, otherwise the right side will trigger already, leaving rest blocks on the left side. So our goal here is to actually try to switch around this 9. Like this. allow me to show you. If you actually start going for a 9 with the tip on the left side, this will happen. It won't trigger the way they should. We need to actually have that tip on the right side, and that actually costs you a couple of shifts, like this. And then move it like this. And then the block on the left will fall first, and everything clears off as one. Really awesome puzzle. Looks really simple, but it's actually pretty tricky to actually see what you need to do, because of that switching around of the tip of the 9. Awesome puzzle. Definitely my favorite one here in Special Class. Let's move on to puzzle number 31. We're entering a 3D playing field once again. So you can actually look out for a lot of spectacle once again. Because don't think that is going to change. Obviously there's also going to be a little bit more challenge. Not all of the puzzles are going to be as simple as doing one adjustment and then a trigger. And then enjoy the show. There's also a couple of puzzles in here that actually takes a while to see the solution. Comparable to the basic puzzles, you might say. It's not going to get as bad as in the basic puzzles. It is still supposed to be a different category, so... But seeing the misalignment is going to get tougher and tougher. Especially since we get big crowds now, as you can see. So seeing what is not aligned is not as easy anymore. But this is still a clear example of things being out of alignment. Which is actually at the purple and green blocks over here. And then we can actually trigger it in the middle, of course. And this is once again a symmetrical puzzle. So,
almost there.
Trigger in the middle. And everything should clear off symmetrically. Or... Oh. Oops. I think I switched them around to the wrong way. It was still correct what I did, but you need to actually make sure the blocks are in alignment, like this, as you can see.
Almost there.
My intention was correct, I just executed it incorrectly. Hey, look, now it works. Silly mistake. But anyway, it is still cleared. Times 12. Ah, these are the fanfares I would like to hear.
Yes, keep it up.
Let's go. 33. This one is a lot less crowded, so... the trigger's up there, I see. And there's one little thing not aligned, which should be this one. Yeah, looks symmetrical now, so... the trigger's over here. That one's pretty obvious. What is it with this special class 2 and its upside down L shapes? Seeing way too many of those. As if the game is trying to teach us something. There we are. Let's see if we can reach the end of the 3D puzzles at least. Number 34. Big line of stuff in the middle. But apparently not aligned. You. And apparently another one, because we get 3 moves. Should be... no, things are aligned. This is both part of the trigger. This is a trigger that requires 2 moves. And up to this point it should actually go correctly. This is going to be one giant line of chains. The red and the yellow blocks. Combining them with the blue blocks. Yeah, indeed. That makes 4. And therefore 6 more to go.
That's great.
I doubt I have time for that, in all honesty, now that I look at the clock. Not sure how much I'm going to cut out, but minutes, I know. But even then, I should be around 20 minutes already by now. This is not aligned. This strikes me as a trigger, so... Apparently there's still something not aligned. Yeah, it looks like it does not fall the way it should. A couple of purple blocks on the right actually stay behind. This one is out of alignment, so this has to be correct, this move. But then there's something over here. Leaving the purple and green blocks behind. So that also has to be a move. And then we can bring the trigger over here. There should be something. No, it is not, because we still have another set of 6 remaining. Same problem. Okay, what am I missing here? Blue blocks over here are the trigger, that I know. They have to be. Stuff actually don't line out, apparently. Let's see in what sense. How far does this thing get? Because I'm clearly missing something here. Well, I think... Yeah, this one just simply works. I can manually do this final 6. I have a spare move.
Yes!
Here you go, Game Freak. I found a better solution than you actually inputted over here. Awesome. But anyway, let's go stop here, because my timer is a mess right now. And I'm pretty sure we have reached 20 minutes, so... We'll continue next time. Thank you for watching, and Treecks out.